Are we live? We might be live. Let's see. I think it's working. Let's just check. Alrighty, and let me see if I can get this settings fixed. Okay. All right. Welcome to the first video of the year, guys. I am coming to you live for this edition because today we are picking schedules and divisions. Like last year, I want to capture the process live so you know that it's truly random. And quick plug, if you haven't been in Sleeper or Discord much yet this year, things are starting to heat up. I'm loving all the discussion that's been going on. It's been a lot of fun. Tons of trades flying around, lots of trade talk, and a few actual trades going through. I'm sure there's going to be more to come ahead of the draft too, so make sure to get in there and make any trades that you need. So let's jump right in. It's going to be a pretty quick video. We'll start with divisions, which are pretty straightforward. So the way that I'm doing this is we have each of our teams, and I'm assigning a random number to each team, and then the highest 6 numbers are going to be Division 1, and the bottom 6 numbers are going to be Division 2. This year for division names, we are going to battle it out for who is the best murderer who played in the NFL. So we have O.J. Simpson and Aaron Hernandez this year. All right, so you'll see that when I click the calculate button, all the numbers change, and then the ranks change, and then the division assignments change here. So I can click this. I'll click it, let's do 3 more times, and then we'll lock it in. So 1, 2, 3, and these are going to be the divisions for the year. So we have O.J. Simpson is both Steves, Josh, Taro, Todd, and Nick. And then Aaron Hernandez is Matt, Jason, Brad, Jeff, Dalton, and myself. I'm going to lock it in by pasting his values over here. And it does recalculate when that happens, but this is the order that I just went through. Okay, so the next thing is the regular season schedule. Just a reminder there that Sleeper overall is an awesome platform, but they still don't have any good tools to help create a regular season schedule. They have just a default that you can do that isn't what we're looking for. So we want to play our divisional teams twice, and 4 of the other 6 teams. Sleeper doesn't automatically do that, so we have to do it outside of Sleeper, which is fine, but that's why I have to do it here. So step 1 of the process for creating a schedule is creating a template of a schedule. It's the easiest way to make sure every team is playing the right number of games against each other and in a logical order that makes sense. So starting with this. Last year, I really liked how we started the year with the divisional matchups and ended the year with the divisional matchups with the interdivisional games in the middle. So that's what I went with this year as well. But now that we have 6 teams per division, it makes things a little bit easier. We can actually play everybody in your division in exactly 5 weeks. So all 6 teams can play each other in exactly 5 weeks. So the first 5 weeks of the year will be the first divisional stretch. The last 5 weeks of the year will be the second divisional stretch. And within each one of those, you'll see like Team 1 is playing each of their teams. The other teams in the division. Team 3 is playing each of the other teams. So yeah, so it is set up just like we want it to. You'll notice that the order between these two is different. So I picked the order for this one and then went through and did it slightly differently. So when Team 1 is matching up against Team 2 here, the other 2 matchups are different. So in the first set, we have Team 3 going against Team 4 and 5 against 6. And then in the second set, we have Team 3 against Team 5 and Team 4 against Team 6. So just trying to make it a little bit different. All right, so now for slotting teams into this template, there's a whole bunch of ways I could have done that. But I wanted to make it as unbiased and random as possible. And I probably put in extra steps here, so for any math nerds, there's probably more randomization than I need to make it a fair schedule, but erring on the side of caution. So in step 2, what I'm doing is I'm mixing up the order of these weeks. So weeks 1 through 5, these are the matchups that we want to play, but this doesn't necessarily have to be week 1. This could be week 4, and this doesn't have to be week 3. This could be week 1. So I'm going to randomly assign these weeks within each of the stretches. So these 5 weeks will get mixed up, these 4 weeks will get mixed up, and these 5 weeks will get mixed up. So the way that I'm doing that is for each week, I'm going to assign a random number again and a rank for those random numbers. So the biggest random number here is week 2. So it's getting assigned number 1. And what that means is I'm taking the first column from this chart up here and putting it in week 2. And so you can see that this matches this. And then another example, week 3 is the 4th largest number, so it's pulling from the 4th column. So week 3 becomes this. I'm assigning a random number. The O.J. Simpson division will be teams 1 through 6. The Aaron Hernandez division will be teams 7 through 12. And it's based on the order of these random numbers. So as I recalculate, you can see that it all updates. And this is the largest number, so that's team 1, Steve. This is the second largest number out of that group, so this is team 2. All right, so now that we have these assigned, we can combine those two pieces of information. So instead of it saying team 1 and team 2 and team 3, it'll say Steve M, Nick, and Steve F. So that's exactly what it does, is Steve M, Nick, Steve F. Basically, wherever it says this team number, it goes and it finds what the name is that's being assigned. So combining those two things, this makes an actual schedule with our actual names on it. And I can recalculate this, and it creates a whole random schedule for us that follows the rules of the first 5 weeks you play your divisional rivals, the last 5 weeks you play your divisional rivals, and then the 4 in the middle, you're playing against interdivisional teams. And then you'll notice when I'm recalculating, our divisions are already set, so it's locked that in. That's not being randomized again. Okay, so I will click this a few more times. Let's go with 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is going to be our regular season schedule for the year. So you find your team name on the left here, and then you look across the row, and that's who you're going to play against. So Steve M is going to play against Steve F in week 1. 2 Steves going head-to-head for the first week. That's kind of fun. All right, I will lock this in, and that's the schedule. Alrighty, well, I will send this out via email. I'll post it in Discord, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys virtually, I guess, and talking trades. I'm very open to trades before the draft, so reach out to me. Looking to make some moves, so hopefully I hear from you. All right, have a good weekend, guys.